Merhaba, hoş geldiniz. A very warm welcome to you all. It's an absolute honor and privilege to be here. And I can't thank dear Edward and the whole Gourmand team enough to, under these extraordinary times, gathering us in this beautiful hall to celebrate world cuisine and our culinary heritage. Çok teşekkür ederim. Many thanks. Merci beaucoup. My name is Özlem. I was born and bred in Turkey. I'm a very proud Turk. I lived there for 30 years. And then I got married and moved abroad. Lived in the US for 6 years and then moved to the UK. Since 2009, I've been living there. My homeland's cuisine and culinary heritage is my lifelong passion. It took me 10 years to write this beautiful special book, but like every journey, it was well worth every effort. They say it takes a village to write a cookery book. I think it's very true, and there are some special thanks in order. My very sincere thanks to my dear publisher, GP Publishing, dear George Bolton, and all the GP Publishing team. Dear Sean Erwin for fantastic food photography all through the book, and many dear friends and food lovers that contributed to my book. Dear Holly Tiller, our art director, but above all, to my dear parents, my dear beloved belated dad Orhan, I'm sure he's watching us, proud at the moment, and my dear mom Gülçin, who is in Istanbul and can't wait for the photos. Many sincere thanks to them all. It's been such a special day. I'm really speechless, and I met some of my dear food heroes like dear Claudia Roden, and our dear Serap Soysal is here, which another incredible food legend. As dear Claudia also expressed, writing recipes, cookery books is really more than sharing recipes. It's all about sharing the culinary heritage we have and to pass it on, that legacy, to the next generations. My roots go back to ancient Antioch, Antakya, if you've ever been to that part of the world. I come from a land of pomegranate molasses, emerald pistachios, bulgur, friki, patlıcan, aubergine, our national vegetable. Is actually fruit, as you may know. It has seeds in it. We have over 200 ways of enjoying aubergine, patlıcan. I actually have the dried version of you here, as in my hand to show you. We bake them, we grill them, we smoke them, we make wonderful mezes, dips, dolmas, you name it, we do it. We make even jams out of tiny little aubergines. When they are high in season, we dry them in southern Turkey, like this kuru patlıcan, dried aubergines, and we stuff them to use when they are not in season. And Antakya, where I come from, has quite a special city. A few important things to talk about Antakya. It is a city of great religious importance. It was told that the very first Christian church has been carved in Habib Necar mountain in Antakya, outside Jerusalem. So that's every year on the 29th of June, Christians all around the world come to Turkey, to Antakya, for pilgrimage. It is a land of tolerance. There is the Jewish community, there is the Armenian community, there is the Turkish community. They all live and enjoy that beautiful land in tolerance, in acceptance. That's why it's something to be celebrated, and I wanted to make sure it's in my book. My dear grandfather from father's side, Ali, he was the one who produced Antakya's prized olive oil soaps. My dear father from my mother's side, Supi, grandfather, he was the food merchant. He would trade fresh produce as well as spices from Aleppo, because Antakya is right by the Syrian border, as well as within Hatay province. So he would come with cases of figs, aubergines, pomegranates that were to be shared with neighbors and alike. They would celebrate Hanukkah with their Jewish friends. They would celebrate Noel with their Christian friends, and they would break their fast with the Muslim community. That's how I grew up, and that's why I really would love to celebrate diversity and tolerance with my book. It is also a very special city because all that diverse influence from the Byzantine, the Romans, the Ottomans, they all really enriched the cuisine. And Antakya today is one of UNESCO's City of World Gastronomy, which is a very important accolade to celebrate. I just wanted to show you a special photo in my book. So this is where I spent my youth and my childhood. My mother's side, my grandmother's 450-year-old stone home in ancient Antioch. This is where we gathered. This is where my grandma and my mother would prepare zahtar, pepper paste, biberli ekmek toppings. They would prepare the dolmas under that mulberry tree, the pomegranate tree. In the meantime, I would swim with the watermelons in the little fountain in the courtyard. But what is exciting about this story is that we would eagerly wait for the dolma and the pepper paste toppings to be ready, because we children would take it walking on amongst Antioch's ancient roads to Long Market, Uzun Çarşı, to take that dolma, to take that pepper paste topping to be baked in fırın, in the local bakery. Because in Antakya, the local bakery is not only a bakery who would bake your bread, but it's also the community's oven. They would bake your tepsi kebabı, tray baked kebabs, they would bake your casseroles, they would bake your biberli ekmek, flatbreads with toppings. Then we would happily take it back home to share with family and friends. And these are important food stories, culinary traditions that needs to be passed along. So, as well as all the traditional and authentic recipes, I wanted to make sure to be able to pass this important special traditions. And one of the other things I really wanted to make sure to underline is that, I live abroad over 15, 17 years, and I teach Turkish cookery all around the world. What I noticed was Turkish cuisine was very much of associated with kebabs. Don't get me wrong, we love kebabs, but we don't tend to make kebabs at home. But we make beautiful vegetables cooked in olive oil, zeytinyağlısız. We make dips and mezes and soups, beautiful pilavs with bulgur and friki. And I wanted to invite the readers to our kitchens, to our table, have a seat on our table, and share this beautifully home-cooked, authentic, traditional recipes alongside the stories. And one more thing I wanted to emphasize is hospitality. In Turkish, we have a saying, "Başımın üstünde yerin var." That means I place you at the top of my head. I think that really sums up the Turkish hospitality for us. My grandmother, she would put extra 2 plates on the table when she would lay her lunch or dinner, because she would always know someone would turn up unannounced and they would be warmly welcomed to our table. Because we always think food tastes better when it is shared. So with that note, I really want to celebrate the Turkish hospitality side, as well as how healthy Turkish food is. It is a great cuisine if you're on a vegetarian diet or a plant-based diet naturally, because it's a cuisine based off seasonal produce and beautifully, delicately flavored with spices, olive oil, nuts,
natural condiments like pomegranate molasses. So I truly hope with my book or with all these wonderful cookery books here, you could take a wonderful culinary and cultural trip to that country and to be a part of that cuisine. As we say in Turkish, afiyet olsun. That means may you be happy and healthy with this food you eat. And my sincere thanks also, I have to say, to Pınar Foods UK for their incredible support for Turkish cuisine abroad. This award is for my dear mom and dad, Orhan and Gülçin, Antakya, my homeland Turkey, and to all Turkish food lovers all around the world. Çok teşekkür ederim. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you so much, Ozlem.